The release of video showing the police beating of Tyre Nichols has started the conversation once again about police reform. But who can bring about change? Here's what Quanell X and Charles Adams have to say.
Charles, the entire country is talking about what we witnessed on video in Memphis, Tennessee, of a young African-American man being murdered for the whole world to see on video. Thank God for the camera on the pole, to where now the narrative and the lies that the police put out there could not convince the truth and convince the system to charge this young man with something so they could call it justifiable homicide. They were lying and plotting among themselves, Charles, of what they could come up with to try to charge him with to justify the beating that they had put on him. Many are raising the question, can white people really be advocates for police reform? Some are saying abolish the police. Some are saying reform police departments, and I believe that abolishing the police is not the right way. But reform, yes. But Charles, I don't believe that white people can really be the leading voices in police reform in this country.
You know, your reduction to race is not surprising, but it's a little bit absurd. I've dedicated 30 years of my life to working towards justice, both for victims and the accused. And more than 2 decades ago, took some very strident positions at Harvard University on how we need to reform policing after being a police officer. I have long said that body-worn cameras protect good citizens from bad police and good police from bad citizens, because they capture the truth. It is horrifying that they aren't mandatory throughout this country and on every uniformed officer all the time. And you're very right that the narrative of this brutal murder, we only know the truth, and there will only be justice for the Nichols family, sadly not justice for Tyre himself, because of those cameras. But it's just pure bigotry, Quanell, for you to suggest that I can't have a valid position and I can't contribute to the solutions because of the color of my skin. You would be horrified if someone that said that to you, Charles, about any subject.
Let me tell you why I must say that. Because the white community has never been set upon and brutalized and beat and extorted, murdered and killed unjustly like black people. So you cannot take a people who've never had to fear the police like black people do and say, now help us give solutions to our police reform. The police have always been kind police officers in the white community, and many, far too many, have been brutalized and killers in the black community. So white folk don't have the moral authority or even moral consciousness to try to relate to what we suffer in the black community. No, they cannot.
I get the grand lie of the holistic white experience and how white people don't have any injustice or how white people don't suffer at all, but that's just it. It's a lie. There's disparities in degree of suffering, and obviously we need to correct the systemic injustice in America, but the suggestion that all white people are upper middle class, grew up with money, have never been beaten by the police, it's just nonsense.
Charles,
and it's just
look, asking white people, Charles,
the cycle of racism in America
to police reform is like asking white folks, how do we best end slavery,
how does it make Quanell money? How does it get you paid? I want to talk about real solutions for everybody.
At the end of the day, it gets you paid the same way.
No.
How many folks paying you?
I have been doing,
and you ain't doing a damn thing for them.
I have been fighting for reform for 3 decades.
Yeah, out of Harvard University? Yeah, right.
You can watch much more of Faceoff streaming Thursday nights at 7. Just go to fox26houston.com.